Hello arcade gamers and welcome back to Biggie D's Arcade. Today I'm going to be doing the 19-inch iiRcade BOE upgrade from Buy Stuff Arcades. They had sent this out to me for the purposes of review and I had received it this week. I've been looking forward to getting this and doing this install replacement for the monitor because when I play this, if I'm standing right in front of it, I'm a little bit elevated, the front and left side looks really good. However, if I go really far over to the right side of this TN monitor, it starts to wash out. Also, if you're sitting down in this living room area and you're looking at it from like a sitting position, kind of looking up at it, it's really washed out on all sides. So I've really been looking forward to getting this monitor upgraded. A lot of the times I'll just have this in its attract mode and I just like the look of the game and seeing it running in the background as I work or as I'm just hanging out in the living room. So this is great. You know, this is exactly what I wanted, was a BOE monitor, just like all my other arcades. You know, all my arcade 1-ups are BOEs, plus my At Games Legends Ultimate, the screen looks fantastic on it. So this really was the last piece as far as screen quality goes for my arcades, was getting this somehow replaced. And I was really happy to hear that Buy Stuff Arcades had a direct replacement BOE screen that became available in the last month. So let's go ahead and get into it and let's get this thing installed. Okay guys, so this is the box that it's gonna come in. Go ahead and open it up and see how well they package these, because you know, these can easily get broken, cracked during transport, especially coming from Canada. You know, you would want to make sure these are very well packaged. And I'll tell you, so far, it's been tough getting in here. So a lot of ripping this box open to get into it. So definitely well packaged, no doubt about it. As you guys can see how tough it is to pull out of here. And look at that inside there, guys. Look at all that bubble wrap. So yes, they've definitely done a very, very good job with this. So let's take a look at this screen. All right, so this is going to be the screen side. This should be the back side here. Yep, there it is. And BOE, Best on Earth monitor. So let's go ahead and get this thing installed. What I'm gonna have to do next is I'm gonna have to turn this off, turn it around, get into the back of it. Once I get into the back of it, we'll pick back up and I will show you what the inside of my iiRcade looks like. I have been doing a modification already on this one with the Ultimate control panel from Glenn's Retro Show. And I also did the mystery encoder mod to the board. So you guys will see in the inside what I've done with this already. Let's get going. So what I did next, guys, is I removed the glass. I upgraded to the tempered glass. There's also a plexiglass overlay that comes with these iiRcades originally. You will have to remove this in order to replace this monitor. So just, you know, set this to the side somewhere. Also, if you guys have this tempered glass, I wear gloves when I remove it. The edges are actually really sharp on this glass. I've had it cut my finger before. So just a little tip, you know, put on some gloves if you're gonna be moving this glass around. Okay, so I've removed the back panel. So it's 4 screws right here to remove that. Let's take a look inside of my iiRcade. So I've removed the box. There's a board that the box sits in. I've removed that in order to install this Custom Arcade USB enabler. This allows me to sideload games onto the iiRcade board. However, it does just kind of sit here on the bottom of the cabinet. Don't really have a place to mount it or anything like that. Maybe in the future I'll end up doing that. But since this cabinet never really moves, it's okay there for now. But what we're going to be doing today is simply just removing these 4 screws so we can reuse those brackets. We're going to be unplugging this from here on the monitor as well as unplugging this from the monitor. Then we'll remove the monitor out and I'll show you what we're going to be doing next. Okay guys, I have removed the TN iiRcade monitor out. I did unplug the speaker cable from the board just to give me a little more room to work around in here. I've also removed the video cable from the board to the monitor, which looks like this. Just be careful, there are a couple of brackets here on the left and right side you're going to push in as you pull it out of here. So just be careful with that. And then there are these 4 brackets on each side. We're going to reuse these. That is the only part we're going to reuse off this old monitor. In fact, even the screws that hold these brackets in, we're going to use the new ones on the new monitor. So I'm going to remove these 4 real quickly, and then we'll go forward with putting those onto the new BOE monitor. All right, guys, when you're done, you're going to be left with these 4 brackets off of the iiRcade TN monitor. And we're about to install those on the BOE monitor, and we're going to use their screws that they provided. It'll indicate that on the back of the BOE, warning, use supplied screws. So we'll do that next. Okay guys, I've got all 4 brackets installed now on my BOE monitor, making sure that all the screws are tight. Because this is what is going to hold this new BOE into place. We're going to screw it into the bezel of the iiRcade. And I'm going to reuse the pointy screws that came with the TN monitor to mount it back in there. And then I've already installed the video cable as well on the BOE. Basically just holding down on the left and right side, making sure that I'm holding in those points and then plugging it in, pushing it into the opening on the port in the upper right hand corner of the BOE screen. So we're going to go ahead and install this next, and I'll show you what that looks like. All right guys, so I've got 3 of the 4 brackets installed. Let's take a look here. I'm going to install this last one. And you're just screwing it in to the bezel like so. And you want to make sure that it's tight. There we go. So let's take a look. So we got 1, 2, 3, and 4. And then basically we're taking this cable right here and we're just plugging it in to right here, and then the speaker cable will go back in, and then everything should work, and we'll take a look at the results. All right guys, so I've got the video cable now installed. You can see right here, audio cable installed. You're also going to have this little cable right here that comes off the audio cable. That's going to go into the lower left-hand port here on the monitor. Make sure you've got the teeth in the right direction, and just it should plug right in. I'm also going to put a little piece of electrical tape right here to hold that wire up so there's no tension on it. I've also done that with the video cable, you guys can see right here. So just there's no tension on that port. This is kind of holding that cable up. I'd noticed they'd done that on the TN monitor, so I'm going to do it with the BOE as well. So let's go ahead and get this thing turned on, make sure it works. All right guys, so I just plugged it in, turned it on. I still don't have the control panel back on, or the back panel, or the glass on it. Just wanted to turn it on, test it, make sure it worked before I put it all back together. But guys, it's working and it looks amazing. So my big problem was on the right side, getting some washout. I'm not seeing any on this side. Looks fantastic on the left side, as it always did with the TN monitor. Another issue was looking at it from a low vantage point. And here on the left, center, and right side from the lower points where I was having washout on all sides, I'm not getting any with this monitor. So it looks fantastic. The colors are coming through great. No issues at all. So let's get this all put back together and I'll show you what it looks like. All right guys, so I've got my 19-inch upgrade BOE installed on my iiRcade from Buy Stuff Arcades. And I'll tell you guys, it looks amazing. I want to show it off. So I'll use my cell phone camera. I think it does the best as far as showing you the picture quality. But, you know, just looking at it straight on, perfect. To the left side, I never had any washout, but not getting any on this one. Right side was an issue. When I'd come far right, I would get some. Not getting any, so it looks really good. Maybe just a little problem with the coloration when you come really extremely far to the right, but I'm pretty far over and I get full color. Let's do that same look on the left. So on the left side, great color here, really far over to the left. Let's look at it kind of from high up, perfect. Now this was a big problem for me, was kind of looking at kind of a lower angle, it would completely wash out. It was like you couldn't even see the colors at all from this angle. But we can see from the left side, straight on, and to the right, just perfect, guys. So Cadillacs and Dinosaurs, one of my favorite beat 'em ups to play on this arcade. And we'll get a screen there. Look at that. Cadillacs and Dinosaurs. Woo-wee! That looks good. Cannot wait to play some iiRcade with my new screen, my new BOE. Probably do a live stream here very soon with you guys. And we'll enjoy this thing together here very soon. So, guys, 19-inch BOE upgrade for your iiRcade or your iiRcade Gold. I think this thing's about 130 bucks or 135 bucks, something like that. Definitely worth it. No brainer. Insta buy for me, probably many other iiRcade owners out there. If you're just a little bit dissatisfied with that original TN monitor that came with the iiRcade, definitely recommend getting this. It's a good price. They ship it out quickly. And it looks and works great, as you guys can see, and it wasn't that difficult to install. So you guys put down in the comments below, did you like the video? Do you find this type of tutorial video helpful? And then let me know what you think of the new screen. If you haven't liked the video, like the video and subscribe to Biggie D's Arcade. And I'll see everyone in the next one. Talk to y'all soon. Bye-bye.